Hi, folks. Today I have for us the arrest of James Freeman from his live today. Now, this footage was sent to me by Really Cool News. I will put a link down in the description box for you to check them out. Really Cool News puts out a daily show plus news that is fair and balanced on everyone in the frauding world. But before we get any further, a big thank you to all my current and new channel members and subscribers. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep this channel going, so I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. And a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's sponsor is Aura. It's my favorite time of year, spooky season. And what's scarier than any monster? Data thieves. This is where today's sponsor can help, Aura. Aura is an all-in-one digital security system that offers peace of mind and tons of benefits. Like 24-hour monitoring of your credit and personal information so it doesn't end up on the dark web. It also has password protection, parental controls, and can even put an end to those pesky scam calls.
Hello?
I'm calling about your car's extended warranty.
And what's worse than a Nightmare on Elm Street? Identity theft. And Aura can help put a stop to that too. Aura is offering you a free 14-day trial by using my link or scanning the QR code on the screen that you can cancel at any time. So click my link or go to aura.com/NCR and keep your personal data safe. That's aura.com/NCR or scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description box and start your free 14-day trial. Thank you again to Aura for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to sign up for your free 14-day trial. Not only is it the best way to help support me and the channel, but it's a great way to help keep your personal data safe. And again, another big thank you to Really Cool News for sending us this video. With all that being said, let's enjoy today's video.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm out here in McKinney, Texas with Pink Camera Magic, and we were walking by on this public sidewalk recording, and this cop demanded that each of us stand precisely where he told us to stand or else get arrested. And then so I came over and stood where he told me to stand, and then he kept yapping his fucking mouth at me, so I told him to shut up. And he told me, you know, you could be arrested right now for telling me to shut up.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
Shenanigans.
Na 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 na.
And we're calling shenanigans, folks. Yes, early on we're calling shenanigans due to the fact that James is saying all this stuff, but yet we can't verify it. You know, he's saying that him and Pink Camera Magic were walking down the sidewalk and they saw the cop on a traffic stop, but they don't show us what happened during the traffic stop, only the part of them being separated where they are now. And yes, the officer can have him arrested for interfering and obstructing justice. However, the officer does have to take a bit more criticism from James thanks to Houston v. Hill, the 1987 case. But what led up to them being separated? Was James and Pink Camera Magic interfering with the officer? We don't know because he doesn't show us this. You know, again, when somebody who wants to call themselves press or media or news doesn't show us transparency or give us all the information, how can we call them news? Reality, this is just clickbait from them to make it seem like the cops are trying to violate their rights.
You could be arrested right now for telling me to shut up. We're in McKinney, Texas, guys. McKinney, Texas, if you guys want to. So he's calling for backup now to arrest me for telling him to shut up after I stepped back about 50 feet because he told me that under threat of arrest I had to step back 50 feet. And then when he kept running his mouth to me and I told him to shut up, he said, you can be arrested for telling me to shut up. Now he's calling backup. McKinney, Texas. McKinney, Texas. This cop's got a major issue.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
This is a place where those cops beat the crap out of those kids for being at a pool party.
A few minutes later.
Said I can be arrested for telling him to shut up. So we got pink camera magic over there. So he told her to stand there. And then he told me to come stand here. And if we didn't both stand in the precise locations where he told us to stand in public while not being detained, we'd be arrested.
Okay, so the officer told you to stand in one spot and pink camera magic stand in another. Sounds like he's trying to separate you two because it sounds like he's going to be detaining you. That's what it sounds like, and that's what it looks like. But the real question is, what led up to him doing that? What did these two do to cause the officer to do this? Because most times when we see frauditors interacting on a traffic stop as a group, the officer doesn't tell them to separate. He usually tells them just to step back. Raising the question, what didn't James show us in this video? Because I'm willing to bet they may have interfered in the traffic stop, which would have caused the officer to tell them to separate so he can deal with the traffic stop and then deal with them, or call for backup to help assist him in this matter.
It was either stand precisely where you're... So I'm not even allowed to go over there and stand next to her, or I'll be arrested. She's not allowed. Are you allowed to stand next to me? He told you to stand right there or get arrested, right? He needs to just give his ticket and get on with it. Huh? I did though. I did.
Now, it looks like we're maybe getting a bit more of context of what would have led up to this, of them being separated. Perhaps from what she's saying, from what we can hear, of you just need to comply with what they're saying, meaning more than likely they were interfering on the traffic stop. And James, being the, well, frauder that he is, more than likely pushed it to a point where they were separated. I mean, what can we expect from a man who goes around pretending to be a part of Doge, who actually calls himself Grande Johnson, which is not even that funny, it's not even that original, but this is part of the problem. Frauders who want to interfere on traffic stops and then complain when they get arrested or get detained because they violated my rights. It's because of actions like this, states like Florida and Indiana are enacting the HALO laws. You know, it makes it harder for everyday people who might want to record a traffic stop, who don't want to interfere, but just want to record it for the safety of maybe themselves or somebody they know, end up having a hard time doing it. Exercising our First Amendment rights is becoming harder and harder because of frauditors.
Even further.
Well, he told me to stand precisely here, though.
I can still hear your mouth.
Yeah. Hey, hey, man. For real, that Jeep right there, behind you. There's a. Huh? Oh, he's driving to the tire repair shop. I thought he was.
Needing help?
Yeah.
Get ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
I can't hear you with the traffic. What did he say?
So James has now left the designated spot that he was told to stand in and sneak up more closely to this officer doing the traffic stop. Now, his actions could be a violation of the law. It could be a possible obstruction or interfering charge he could be facing. Now, James understands this. He's been arrested before for similar charges. But if the officer has told him to stay in that designated spot, it's more than likely due to the fact that the officer is detaining him to deal with him after he deals with the traffic stop. Because again, we don't know what led up to them being separated. Pink Camera Magic has some lives, but nothing that led up to this incident. We don't have anything else from James other than this incident so far.
McKinney, Texas is where you guys would call. McKinney, Texas is where you would call. He's saying something to me now, but I don't know what he's saying because he wants me so far back, I can't actually hear him. But it's McKinney, Texas.
Ah, yes, the classic fraud tactic of call flooding. Just because you're not getting your way, you demand your followers call flood the police station that's in question, in this case, the police station in McKinley, Texas, and have them yell and moan that you're being told that you might be arrested for interfering or obstructing in a traffic stop. You know, it's funny that frauders always like to say that they don't encourage call flooding, but yet in every one of these live streams where they do say these, I'm not encouraging people to call flood, they put out the number. They have their followers put out the number. All for what reason?
He was saying something to me, but I don't know what it was. He needs to just give his ticket though and move on, get out of here. McKinney, Texas would be the people to call. So he's mad at us for recording his traffic stop. Literally, that's it. Literally threatening arrest for recording his traffic stop. He's constantly run his mouth. And then after telling me to go way back there, which I did, and then he kept running his mouth, I told him to shut up.
You know, it would be really nice to see that footage because we don't know what happened. Could it have been that you guys were peacefully recording and then this officer just blew a fuse at you guys and started making these outrageous demands? Or is it more than likely you were interfering on the traffic stop when the officer was trying to talk to the person in the vehicle to get their license and registration? You happen to interject yourself into it? Because that is the more believable thing. I have seen you do this on the Reluctant Prophets channel, your own channel, and several others. You interject yourself into matters when it doesn't belong. I mean, do you want us to honestly believe that you were doing nothing wrong and the cops just singled you out because you were recording? I find that very hard to believe, and I think everyone watching this finds it hard to believe as well.
And deal with his traffic stop, and he said, you could be arrested right now for telling me to shut up. And then called for backup. It's McKinney, Texas, Unit 2027. McKinney, Texas, Unit 2027. We're at McCain and McDonald Street. McCain and McDonald Street in McKinney, Texas. Ghoul Lord, thanks for the $9.99 super chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, he really does appreciate that $9.99 super chat because he's going to have to use that for bail money. But then again, he won't see that for another 2 weeks.
McCain and McDonald. And now there's a third unit coming. He should have just given his citation and gotten out of here. I think he's had it printed off ever since we walked up.
Sir, so you're under arrest for obstructing a peace officer.
For what?
Obstructing a peace officer.
Dude. Seriously?
Yeah, I
hey,
already
can I, don't just give this to her. Hey guys, he's arrested.
Nope, we're collecting for evidence. It's evidence.
Hold on, I'm gonna take this off. Is it connected anywhere else?
Yeah, I need to give it to her. I'm a news reporter, man.
Hold on.
I'm a news reporter.
You're not even a real journalism. That's right.
You are not a news reporter. You are a YouTuber. There is a difference between an actual media outlet, an actual journalist, and what a YouTuber does who calls themselves a journalist. See, an actual journalist and media outlet would obey the rules and ethics and standards of practicing of being media or being news, being an actual journalist. A frauditor never does that. They believe in transparency and providing all the facts and information. A frauditor only gives us a narrative that supports their claims. For you to say that you are a journalist, a news member, a newsman, a news outlet is not even closely true. And your camera will be considered evidence of your crime, and well, you'll have to probably get that back after you deal with the court case.
I'm a news reporter.
That's fine.
You can't just take my reporting equipment. It's live stream.
Well,
I'm relaxed.
No, you're not.
My arm doesn't bend that way. My shoulder, hey, my right, hold on, my right rotator cuff is messed up. Okay, bring this arm further over and this one on the side.
He literally didn't do anything. He listened to you.
I did everything you
Way
told me to
back
do.
then.
Can I get a sergeant before you take me to jail, please?
No!
I complied with everything he told me to
With
do.
every single thing.
Can I get a sergeant before you take me to jail and look at his body cam?
That's why he was so far
Please,
back.
I'm begging you, man. I don't know why you're trying to do it. Okay, can we get a sergeant then and just be reasonable, please? I did everything you told me to do. Can we get it?
I don't think we don't have to be past that.
Can we get your sergeant and just be reasonable? I did everything you told me to do. Did I not? I went over there.
Literally listened to everything that was said.
People can request supervisors, but McKinney, we just don't contact supervisors if people want to request them. However, we do have a law.
Can you guys call the sergeant?
We do have a police station where you can request at the police station.
Yeah, can request one at the scene.
You can request. People can request all they like. No, we don't necessarily have to. Is what
I know,
I'm
but
saying. I don't see any.
you guys are gonna regret this.
Just the right rotator cuff is messed up. So
I'm telling you, you're making the wrong decision right now just because you got mad. This guy, he listened to everything.
I did everything you told me to do.
Except for standing where you were told to, then you snuck up behind the officer, then you start to mouth off to the officer yet again, and then you've got your friend Miss Pink Camera Magic over there saying, they're gonna regret it. They're gonna regret it. No, they're not. Okay? If he broke the law and he violated the law, he's going to be punished. That's why they have qualified immunity. Okay? And this whole thing of requesting a sergeant, I love how this officer handled it. Yes, you can request a sergeant all you want or a supervisor, but they're not obligated to get you one. Now, if you go down to the station and you wish to make a complaint and speak to a supervisor, then yes, you can do that and they would accommodate you. You know, dealing with a traffic stop is not like going to Burger King and they mess up your order. You can't just yell for a manager to have them come fix it. You need to understand that they are busy dealing with real situations and not frauditors crying and complaining that one of their own is getting arrested for being a dumbass.
You know I did. It's on video. If there were accountability, hey, you dropped a license right there on the ground.
We'll get it. Like,
All right, no problem, man.
this is
Hey,
yours.
you're breaking that too. Can she?
What's the best?
Can I?
What's the best way to hold it?
Can you give it to her? Everything's live streamed. It's not. I mean,
What's the best way to hold it right here?
You got to turn it off and then lock all 3 axes. Can she show you how to do it? Or I can lock them all. You got to lock axes and turn off the gimbal.
I'll
It'll break
double hold
it.
it right now.
Okay, I do appreciate you trying to.
Yep.
And James was arrested. I'll keep an eye out for any updates, or you could follow Really Cool News for any updates to this upcoming case that James Freeman's going to have. I'll place a link to Really Cool News' YouTube channel for you to go check them out. So if you guys like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a thumbs up and a comment because it helps me with the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel, the podcast, and don't forget to sign up for your free 14-day trial of Aura. With all that being said, be well, be safe, and I will see you guys next time. And a special thank you to all members of the news team. Without all of your support, I couldn't keep the channel going, so I want to thank you all personally from the bottom of my heart. You guys mean the world to me, and I can never thank you enough.